Hello everybody, it's your boy Code 102 aka Aiden, and welcome to another video. Today I will be talking to you about Paul Pogba and how well he's done for Manchester United, what are my opinions, and if we will need him in the future. So first off, for those who do not know, I am a big Chicago Bulls fan, but another passion of mine, probably equally if not more, is Manchester United. It's tough to see how bad we are, especially recently with the losses to Everton, the draw to Everton, sorry, and the loss to Watford. It was really tough to watch. And I mean, I live in Australia, so 5 a.m. wake ups, 2:30 a.m., 7 a.m. All of that. I wake up for these games, and it's sometimes, most of the time, it is really bad to watch. Anyway, so let's go to Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba in the youth team. He was in our youth team before. Obviously, he left. He was always There was always good vibes about him. How good he was. How good he will be. And he was pushing, and he kept pushing and pushing and pushing to try and get into the first team. But our manager at the time, Alex Ferguson, greatest manager. He wasn't having any of it. I mean, we had world class midfielders at the time, and he just wasn't ready for that. So I can understand why he would move. He obviously went to Juventus and became one of the most talented players in the world during that time. But focusing more on Man United, he obviously came back for 90 million. I believe that's euros. Dollars wise, I think it's like 120 million. And our most expensive signing, uh, there were big expectations put on his back. Obviously, being French in that amazing French team, even though at the time they didn't win the World Cup, he was expected to be our savior because we were falling. We were that team that was just declining and declining, from David Moyes to Louis Van Gaal. We were just a team on the decline. It's funny how things just haven't changed. Anyway, so his first season, there was a lot of positivity. Not many people hated on Paul Pogba in his first season. Obviously, we won the Europa League and the Carabao Cup, and he did get injured for a lot of the season as well. But he was very solid. He had great players around him. We had Ibra, Mkhitaryan, and he was doing very well in that season as well. We had some good players. Martial was still in the team. Rashford was making a name for himself. And yeah, we won the Europa League, rightfully so. Paul Pogba scored in that game. Remember that was for his father as well, and it was really good to see. And then the second season, I think everything started going downhill a lot. Some issues between Jose and Pogba. Pogba's agent, who is just a shithouse, by the way. Like, he does not let up when it comes to all these Pogba wants to leave, Pogba wants to leave. Like, I understand he's his agent, but man, that guy will not give it a break. Anyway, and a lot of hate started to fall upon him as well. I think this is the season, though, where everybody's had enough of him. See a lot more negativity towards Pogba than positivity, and in terms of what are my opinions on it, I think Pogba is by far our best outfield player. He is absolutely the best player that we have. He's our most valuable player besides De Gea. And the stick that he gets, I truly believe it's based on his personality, and that's not how people should judge a footballer, man. Like, he's there to play football, and to those people that say he's inconsistent, you're right. He's very inconsistent, and I think that consistency is very important, especially when you're expecting a lot out of a 90 million player. Our record signing, we expect him to be constantly the best. We expect him to be something that he just isn't at the moment. But it's not just his fault, man. I mean, you got to think about what are the other signings that we've made. I mean, besides the first year with Jose, we made some good signings, good encouraging signings. But what about after that, man? Like, we didn't make much at all. We got Matic. We did get Lukaku, but he didn't work out very well. Sanchez was a flop. Um, there's not much that we can go off based on helping him. And with a player like that, Ollie says it constantly, you need to build a team around him, and we just haven't done that. And then that's why we see these performances out of him. We see one good performance, five bad, then three good. He has a good month, then a bad month. I think people obviously have a right to their opinion. I don't know, it's just my 2 cents on the matter. Now, in terms of how important he is to us, he's majorly important at the moment. With our new signings, and he hasn't really got to play much with them. I think there is a good chance that he could have a better season when he plays. He hasn't played all season. A lot of people think he had like a return halftime against Watford, and probably in that 20 minutes, he was our best player by far. I think he's very important, and I honestly think that we need to keep him if we're not going to look for replacements. Because I'm not sure about all these owners and stuff. I hear a lot of negativity towards our owners. Obviously, I know about them. I know that it's the Glazers and all that, and they're not very good owners, are they? But if we're not going to replace Pogba, we need to keep him. It's just that simple. We cannot let him go and keep the team that we have. We need to make more than one replacement. We didn't replace Herrera yet, and I just think that we gotta be very smart with our signings, especially in the midfield. So yeah, I think we should definitely keep him unless we actually have a plan to replace him, and we need to replace him with quality. None of this ready in the future. I understand we're looking for the future, but all of our signings have been for the future. We need a player that can improve us now, because right now, if we don't improve, everything's going to go wrong for the future. How do you expect a manager to stay here when he's losing to Watford and drawing to Everton and then Crystal Palace and Newcastle? We're losing to all these teams that we just should not be losing to, and it's not just Ollie. It's been a reoccurring theme for all these managers since Sir Alex left. Like, we have been losing to bottom table teams, and now we kind of are one. We are mid-table. We cannot, like, it's to the point where you can't predict if we're going to win or we're going to lose. I mean, we go and beat Man City, and that was a perfect game. That was probably the best I've seen them play since maybe the PSG game. We played so well against Man City, but then we go and lose to Watford, and then what's next? Who are we going to lose to next? Who are we going to beat next? We can't tell. But I'm happy to see that Pogba's back, and I hope that he can get us at least into a top four fight, maybe a Europa League spot, because serious doubts on whether we're going to be in a European competition. That's ridiculous. We need to be in a European competition. I know Champions League is the goal, but at the moment, Europa League doesn't even seem like it's a possibility if we don't really get our mojo back, get some consistent wins, and let's see what happens. Yeah, so I think Manchester United do need Paul Pogba, and I think Paul Pogba will leave, but I don't think we should sell him unless we're looking for these quality replacements. I'm not sure what those replacements are. I mean, there are a lot of rumours. Sol is one of them. Yeah, he'll be alright, but I think we need more than him. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully I'll get better at this YouTube stuff, man. This is it's a very scary thing to do, but we'll keep going, man. I'll see you all later. One more thing before I go. I just want to say that this channel is going to be mostly about the Chicago Bulls and Manchester United. Of course, I have other passions. AFL, as you can see, if anybody's from Australia, the Melbourne Demons got the hat as well. Also, WWE, wrestling in general, that's a very big passion of mine as well. So if anybody is interested in these things and they want me to discuss any recent events or anything that happens, just let me know, man. Peace.